No matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Swinging wide the doors. Good morning, Unity Renaissance. Let's swing wide.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Everybody sing.
Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand now what I'm here for and what this life is about. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. There's a voice that I've heard for years. I learned to keep it inside, but now it's coming in loud and clear. I want a deeper life. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, it's about taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, it's about lending a hand, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine.
Woo! Great start. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning to Unity Renaissance in here and out there. We are so happy to be with you on this beautiful Sunday morning. So grateful for technology that allows us to be together even when we are physically apart. I hope all of you had a really beautiful Christmas. We certainly did. We were really appreciating technology over the holidays too. We were, like so many people, we were away from our families. and just grateful for FaceTime that we could see each other. And it was also just been a really beautiful Christmas here at Unity Renaissance. I was so thankful and want to send out a lot of love and appreciation to the readers and the musicians who participated in our beautiful Christmas Eve service. It was just so heart-touching. And honestly, a real highlight to see all of your beautiful faces on Zoom at the end, lighting your candles as we sang Silent Night together. Oh, very moving, very lovely. We know that we are still connected no matter what. And we felt that same sense of connection on Christmas Day. About a dozen of us went out to sing Christmas carols at the Virginia Home for Adults. Just show that. And here's a picture of kind of what went down out there. It was cold and we didn't want to go inside, but we brought a lot of gifts for the residents there, about 65 folks or so. I want to send just huge appreciation to Marsha Austin, to Deborah Amy, to Reverend Richard here, who played his guitar in 40-degree temperatures because we sang to them outside. And I actually think it was the most joyful of our celebrations with those folks. As you can see from that picture in the upper left, they came outside. Some of them stood on the sidewalk. They started dancing. My gosh, what a beautiful celebration of love and Christmas joy. So thank you to all of you who participated in that. It made it such a very special event, not only for them, but for us. Well, Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. We follow the teachings and the example of our way shower, Jesus, in seeking to more fully love ourselves, love God, and love one another. From that beautiful consciousness of love here at Unity, we honor all paths to God, all names for God, and all expressions of God. And to each and every one of you, beautiful souls watching this morning, and everyone to whom you're connected, and everyone here in this sanctuary, you are an expression of God. This is such a profound understanding when we realize that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And as we tune into that divine light, as we behold that light in one another, it just shines out ever more brightly into the world. Our vision at Unity Renaissance is, together, a spiritually awakened world, living in peace, love, and joy. And we are bringing that vision into manifestation through our mission, which is, together, we transform lives that transform the world. Yes, let's begin our time of transformation this morning in prayer. I invite you to close your eyes, take a deep breath in, a deep cleansing breath. Just feeling that beautiful spirit energy permeating every cell of your physical being. Release and let go. What a glorious new morning unfolding before us. What a beautiful sense of love and connection we feel as we come together in spiritual community. We are so grateful for our Unity Renaissance, for our spiritual family, for the ways in which we have navigated this year together, for the ways we have known that we are all connected even when apart, for the ways in which we have given and received, for the love that we've shared, the joy that we've expressed, and now for the hope and excitement that we feel as we prepare for a new year. Thank you, God, for so many blessings. Thank you for our Unity Renaissance, and so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
Lily's going to preach a bit.
It's been a time in our life when we've had to help pull each other through, knowing that the grace of God was sufficient, knowing that the love of God was at hand.
Oh, yeah.
And now that we see light shining through the darkness, and celebrate the dawning of a brand new day, it's time to let it go, let this year go, and come together as we say, I release and I let go, I let the Spirit from my life, and my heart is open
It's now my pleasure to read today's daily word. Our word for today is release. Please join me in our affirmation together. I take the best and leave the rest. And our message reads, my experiences of this past year have brought me gifts of insight, new perspectives, many chances to grow and stretch myself, and perhaps the opportunity to develop a skill that serves me in my work or brings greater enjoyment to my leisure time. Some experiences have been painful or difficult. These too have offered their gifts. I accept all that has come my way. With gratitude, I bless it all. I find the gifts and release what no longer serves my growth. Assured that God is my dependable source, I release any pain of a financial setback. In the joy of restored health, I release any memory of illness. Grateful for all modes of connection, I release any pain of loneliness. I move forward feeling lighter, cleansed, and renewed for my journey forward. Our scripture verse is from Isaiah chapter 43, verse 18. That says 10. Do not remember the former things or consider the things of old. If you would like prayer support, we invite you to call Silent Unity, Unity's prayer ministry, available during the day and in the evening as well. You may call the number 1-800-NOW-PRAY. That's 1-800-669-7729, and a live human being will pray with you and lift your consciousness. You're also welcome to submit a prayer request on our Unity Renaissance website, or you may call the church and leave a message here, and we will get back to you. And now please join us for the Lord's Psalm. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
For all the kingdom, power, and praise, with you began and with you stays. Amen. Amen.
Oh, the sculptor Michelangelo was asked how he got in the flow. Made the lovely David from a giant block of stone. He said he was in there waiting. My job was simply excavating. I just took away what did not belong. And I know somewhere not so deep inside of me lives that perfect soul that I was meant to be. Let me be the way I was created. Let me find that pure and simple heart. I'll chip away your jealousy and hatred and reveal God's perfect work of art. Well, I think we're born on angels' wings. Heaven sent such graceful things, like love without condition, knowing we are not alone. But then descends the soul's dark nights, shadows come and block the light. And as the years go by, we turn to stone. My block of stone is made of fear and doubt, but the real me is crying to come out. Let me be the way I was created. Let me find that pure and simple heart. I'll chip away your jealousy and hatred and reveal God's perfect work of art. And reveal God's perfect work of art.
That's Boyd Black, ladies and gentlemen. Send him some love. Wi-Fi love. We're streaming love.
Well, today is the day for our burning bowl ceremony. Are you excited? This is the most popular ritual in the Unity movement. And here at Unity Renaissance, we look forward to it every year with great anticipation, as you could probably tell from the cheers breaking out just now. It seems that we can just hardly wait to write down on these little slips of paper all the things we want to get rid of. Whether it's extra pounds or clutter in the garage or old resentments or the false beliefs we have about ourselves. It seems really that there's just no shortage of things that we'd like to let go of. In fact, every year when we're together, someone will inevitably ask, could I have a few more sheets of paper? And then, of course, we take these slips of paper with the things that we want to release, the behaviors, the attitudes, etc. And typically we have a bowl with a flame in it, and we put those pieces of paper in the flame, and poof, they just disappear. It's wonderful. Today we're doing it a little differently. We are using little slips of paper that dissolve in water. Those of you who received your Christmas care packages, those little slips of paper are in there for you to use today also. And if you don't have that kind of paper, that's totally fine. Write it on any old kind of paper. And then when you're finished writing your list, you can throw that in the fireplace or rip it up into a lot of little pieces, stomp on it if you like, throw it into the trash, however you get rid of it. This is just an amazing ritual, an amazing practice, and inevitably every year people will say, wow, I just feel so much better. You know, we feel lighter, happier, freer. Well, this year, many of us are most eager to let go of one thing in particular, 2020. Right? I mean, oh my gosh, this painful, difficult, heavy, disorienting year. Be gone, 2020, be gone. And take the pandemic with you as soon as possible. You know, here on the spiritual path and at Unity Renaissance, we are just as eager to let go of whatever we are holding inside that is causing us pain. It could be old beliefs, old behaviors. It could be old stories that we've told ourselves, misguided ideas that we're inadequate or unworthy, or whatever it may be, feelings that we don't want to feel anymore. We're just ready to get rid of that. We're ready to really clean up our internal act, if you will. We're ready to simplify. And that is actually a very, very good thing. The spiritual sages through the ages have told us that not only is simplicity the way to happiness, simplicity is the way to God. As I so love to share my favorite quote from the 13th century Christian mystic Meister Eckhart. He says it so beautifully. God is not found in the soul by adding anything, but by a process of subtraction. Subtract, let go. Release, simplify. He's really telling us that if we want to have a divine experience, we need fewer concepts and constructs, not more. We need less drama, less distraction, and certainly less self-sabotage. Well, the wonderful 19th century transcendentalist philosopher Henry David Thoreau said much the same thing when he advised us, simplify, simplify. And he meant for us to simplify on the inside as well as on the outside. And then he proceeded to demonstrate. As we know, Thoreau basically dropped out of society for 2 years. He lived in a self-made cabin on Walden Pond, just outside of Concord, Massachusetts. And in the mornings, he would read the Bhagavad Gita, that sacred Hindu text. And then during the day, he would write. He would observe the workings of nature around him. He would complete his daily chores. And speaking of his simple life, he once said, I too am a yogi. You know, simplicity was one of his major philosophies and one of his major pieces of advice. He said, in proportion as you simplify your life, the laws of the universe will appear less complex, and the solitude will not be solitude, nor poverty, poverty, nor weakness, weakness. You see, when we simplify, our whole world changes. Everything looks different to us. Our perspective, we find peace, we find harmony, we find wholeness. You know, on a soul level, this really resonates, doesn't it? Our hearts long for this kind of simplicity and sort of spaciousness. I think more than one of us have probably sort of fantasized about, wouldn't that be great to live on Walden Pond for a while? But we feel this innate longing for life to be simpler, more sort of open. Well, this time of just tuning in to what is really most important. No wonder we look forward to the burning bowl ceremony so much. It really answers a call deep within us. Today, I want us to really think about that call that is really coming up for us, not just today, but periodically in our lives. And to think about this. As we go about figuring out what we're going to write on our slips of paper or what we want to release, ask yourself this. Who or what is telling me what to let go of? Who is the observer that is guiding my way? Who is it that is looking out for me in this way, essentially saying, let go of that. You don't need that. You don't want that. Let go of the ways in which you are blocking your own light. I believe that this guide in us, this observer in us, this spirit in us, it's the presence of God within. It is our own highest wisdom. It is our innate, deepest knowing. It is, in fact, the Christ within, urging us to release whatever is holding us back. Yes, the Spirit cheering us on so that we can break through into the fullness of who we are meant to be. You may remember some of Jesus' teachings that kind of echoed this. Remember the story in Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 20. And Jesus is walking along the Sea of Galilee, and he speaks to Simon, who later became Peter, and his brother Andrew. They were casting their fishing nets into the sea when Jesus told them, "Leave your nets and follow me." He later said the same thing to James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John, and all of them left their nets and even their families and followed him. And what might this story mean for us? Let's look at it metaphysically. We can think of a net as our mindset, kind of our conscious mind, our view of the world. And the fish represent ideas. So our mind is the net that catches thoughts and holds onto them. When Jesus says, leave your nets, it means let go of your old way of thinking and being. Leave your old paradigm behind and follow me. Follow the call of Spirit. Come into your truth. Jesus tells them that he will make them fishers of men, which simply means enlightened spiritual leaders. I love this story because it is just so vividly illustrates how Jesus wanted us to know who we really are, to let go of the limiting concepts. So it was really all about releasing these mistaken ideas we have of how small or inadequate or unworthy or unlovable or blah, blah, whatever it is we might be holding that keep us held in. Leave your nets, he says. Step into the expansiveness of who you truly are. Claim your divine identity. And that was what his message was all about. It was an empowering message. It was a transformational message. And the transformation was based on this idea of stripping away false ideas of who we are not, so that we could come into the glory and the fullness of who we truly are. In Ecclesiastes, it says that there is a time and a season for every purpose under heaven. And thus there is a time to hold on, and there is a time to let go. And if we continue to hold on, when our inner voice, our higher wisdom is telling us to let go, we set ourselves up for suffering. We create this discord within us, where we're continuing on a path that deep down we know is not really healthy and good for us. So the sooner we can honor and really listen to that innate divine wisdom within us, really heed it and trust it, the sooner we can find not only peace, but freedom. In Zen Buddhism, they talk about beginner's mind, and it really is another form of subtraction, essentially. It's saying let go of all of your concepts and your ideas, come back into what we might call isness, the present moment, beingness. Clear it all away to have that beautiful beginner's mind. Well, how might we do that? How might we clear away what's cluttering us up, cluttering up our psyches? Well, certainly today with our burning bowl ceremony, we're taking a very meaningful first step. As we write down what we wish to release, what no longer serves us, it's a powerful practice. And it opens up more space for God. And then as we continue on in our days, we can look for ways to continue releasing, but we can also cultivate a life of simplicity. Remembering that call we feel in our hearts. We can create ways in which we let more of that divine experience come into our daily life. Prayer, meditation, music, movement, taking walks out in nature, quiet contemplation, mindfulness. These are ways that we create this sense of sort of inner spaciousness, that we remind ourselves of who we truly are and what is most important. And the fact is that as we simplify in this way, there's a tremendous strength that is generated from that. There's a strength that grows in us when we reconnect with what is most essential. So I want to tell you about someone who I hugely admire in this regard, who really through a very, very simple spiritual practice has bolstered her own strength through this very difficult year. Many of you know her. She's a longtime member of Unity Renaissance. Her name is Evelyn Hurd. And this was Evelyn. I had the joy of being with her on her 95th birthday. Well, Evelyn turned 99 at the end of September. Evelyn lives alone. She lives in an apartment at Westminster, Canterbury. And since March, they have been in lockdown. No visitors. Really no going out other than to get shuttled over to a doctor's appointment and back. And there are a few people who come and go to help her take care of daily tasks, but by and large, she's been on her own, day in, day out, because of those health challenges that we all face as we get older, and she has her share. She's being super cautious about any contact. And I have the joy of speaking with Evelyn about once a week. We have long, beautiful conversations. I always ask her, how are you doing? I ask her, are you lonely? And she says, I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. And she's told me before about one of the things she does that brings delight into her life. So she sits in her living room and she looks out her big picture window. She looks out at the sky and the clouds and the sun. She said then she brings into her mind a memory from her very long and wonderful life. She'll bring back a precious memory, and she'll remember it in just the most vivid, exquisite detail, as if she were actually reliving it again. And it fills her with so much joy and so much love. She said to me, it's as if I'm writing the story of my life, even though I'm not writing anything down. And she relishes it. She's connecting with what is most essential, with truth. She is filling her heart, her apartment, her life with love and joy, oneness, and God. Such a beautiful source of inspiration. Evelyn, I hope you're watching today, or if not today, I hope you get to see this so that you know how much I treasure you and how much you inspire me. The way you've navigated this extremely difficult year, and now on the verge of turning 100 next September, still going strong. There's a beautiful saying in 1 John 4:4. It tells us, you are from God. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. Ah, my friends, this is what we're supposed to know. The one who is in you is greater than the one who is in the world. And this great Christ within you is just so wanting to come into fuller expression, to release that amazing power and potential that is the truth of your being. It is telling you to get out of your own way and shine. Let your light shine. You know, today as we do our internal work, I really want you to pay some attention to that call that you're hearing, to that voice that is guiding you. Because that inner voice of you knows something. It knows who you truly are. And it knows who you are most meant to be. And so listen to it. Heed it. Follow. This burning bowl ceremony today is one act of release. It is not meant to be the only one. Oh my gosh, how wonderful it would be if we could just write all these things on our paper, or papers as the case may be, and destroy them and be rid of these things forever. It can work that way. I'm not saying it can't. However, often it takes a little bit of time. We may have taken a noble first step by identifying what we most want to release, but then it may take a little bit of practice, releasing day by day, reminding ourselves. It's like that writer who said, it's like holding onto the side of a swimming pool when you're learning to swim. Some people let go all at once, but some people need to let go one finger at a time. But keep going. Because what you are doing today, you are planting seeds in consciousness, not only in your consciousness, but in divine consciousness. By speaking specifically what you are through with, what you are done with, you are inviting the entire universe to conspire in helping you release this. And know as you go forward that this work of releasing what no longer serves us is some of the most powerful, transformative spiritual work we can do. So keep going with it. Heed that inner voice of yours. Know that you're being called into a higher expression of being, and all of the universe is working to support you in that. Today, as you write it down, connect with that light within you. Be very clear. Be strong and keep going. Well, we would like to prepare now for our burning bowl ceremony. And the way we'll do this is, for those of you who are watching online, I'd invite you to just get your paper and pencil ready. I'm going to take a few moments to just lead us into a little time of introspection so that we can tune into our own divine wisdom. So we can simplify, clear away all else, and listen to the voice of God within us. Remembering that this burning bowl ceremony is a way of releasing whatever we most need to release, whether it's fear, anxiety, worry, debt, relationship issues, job problems, unhealthy habits, or all of the above. Know that each time we let go, we're creating more space for God. With that in mind, I invite you to just take these few moments to breathe in, settling into your seat. Close your eyes if you wish. And breathe. Breathing in. And let go. Each breath a demonstration of exactly what we are doing today. Breathing in and letting go. Feel yourself loved and supported in this very moment. The love of God swirling through you, touching every part of your being, cheering you on. Feel that beautiful heart of yours filled with love and compassion for yourself, for this journey that you've navigated throughout your life. And then ask to that higher wisdom within you. What am I to release? What am I to let go of? What is blocking me? What is keeping me stuck? What is holding me back? Speak to me, sweet Spirit, so that I may be free. Take a few moments as you tune in to that inner wisdom. And when you feel so led, take your pencil and your paper and write down whatever has come to you, whatever has been spoken to you. We have a lovely bowl of water here for our dissolving bowl ceremony. So I'll just invite those who are present here, our music team, our sound and AV team, to come up one at a time and place your paper in here and see it disappear. Whenever you're ready. Anybody else? Sweet. Magic. Way to go, team. Way to go. Hope you're feeling some freedom of release. Just the beginning. And I hope all of you had a satisfying ceremony. It's, of course, not quite the same when we aren't together, but still, still has impact, doesn't it? Now, just appreciating that this is a first step in your next soul evolution. Today, our Burning Bowl ceremony is all about letting go of who we are not, what we do not want in our lives. Next Sunday, when we do our White Stone ceremony, which is the follow-on to this today, we'll be claiming who we most truly are and what we most truly want in our lives. So please plan to join us for that. Well, with that, it is now the time in our service for sharing our love offering. And just to like to invite you all to sort of reflect on our year here at Unity Renaissance, or your year in your own life, and consider the difference that this spiritual community has made in your life, You've all been amazing in your support this year. We're so, so grateful. We've also kept our expenses way, way down. But I also will let you know that we are working to close a gap in our budget, in our funding, as we reach the year end here. So if you are in a position to give a little extra today or before the end of the year, a little extra holiday giving from the heart, of course, we would gratefully receive it and very much appreciate it. With that, I invite you to, and how to give. So you can go to our website. There's a button on there that says Give Online. It'll tell you about all your options. The easiest way to give is to use your smartphone. If it's already set up, you just text the amount. If you have not set it up, you text the word GIVE to
540-418-1228. Text now.
And with that, I invite you to hold your gift in your hand and let's bless it with our offertory blessing together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Give and it's giving back to you. Give and it's giving back to you. Give and it's giving back to you. Pressed down, shaken together, running over, back in good measure. It's giving back to you.
So I wrote this New Year's Eve song as a kind of a salute to the year before and a blessing on the year to come. It's an honor to have you sing it today, Nick.
When the holidays are over, history grows another year older. Starting with a midnight wish, we'll raise our glass and reminisce. Another year behind us and a brand new year ahead. Here's to life, it's another year long. Here's to friends, old and new, here and gone. To the lessons we've learned and the bridges we've burned. Here's to all lang syne. Here's to peace in our world far and near. And to our health, I'm just glad we're all here. To the tears that we cried and the love that survived, and to all a happy new year. Take it away, Rich. To the lessons we've learned and the bridges we've burned, here's to all lang syne. Here's to peace world far and near. And to our health, I'm just glad we're all here. To the tears that we cried, and a love that survived, and to all a happy new year, and to all a happy new year.
That's Nick Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Nick.
Beautiful job. Isn't that a great song? That's one of Richie's finest. I love that song. That's a classic. It's beautiful. Well, we have a few more holiday events coming up. I'm super excited about this Thursday night. It's New Year's Eve, and what a beautiful way to close out our year by tuning into the wisdom of the mystics. So we'll have some reading, some poetry, prayer, beautiful music and chanting, just in a very sort of low-key way. Remember, as we were talking about today, what's most essential, and to feel that beautiful connection through the sages of the ages. So please plan to join us this Thursday at 7 p.m. It will be live streamed on both Facebook and on our website in the very same way that is being live streamed today, our Sunday service. But please join us for that. Next Sunday, as I mentioned, is our Whitestone service. Reverend Richard will be speaking on What's in a Name. That's at 11 a.m. And again, that'll be on Facebook and our website. If you have not received a white stone and would like one, please call and leave a message at the church, and we'll do our best to get it out to you such that you get it before Sunday. It also, for those of you who received the Christmas care package, it is in there for you, ready to go. We have coming up on Monday, January 11th, via Zoom, a wonderful free introduction to heart math with the fantastic Gail Boynton. She's a certified heart math coach. This is such an incredibly powerful, life-changing spiritual practice. Help you center, help you kind of get all of your systems in alignment. I use it every day. It's absolutely beautiful. This is a free introduction, and we have details for how to participate on our website. We'll also be sending the Zoom link out in our e-newsletter. Also coming up, we have a whole new series that the wonderful Ed Rosequist is going to be leading. He's calling it Family TED, TED Talks for Families. So it actually features young people sharing their wisdom and some of the incredible things that they're doing, and also teaching us adults a thing or two. So the first one coming up will be on Tuesday, January 19th. We will do it on Zoom, and that will allow us to watch the brief video of the one being featured on the 19th is a child prodigy named Adora Svitak. She is amazing. She is so wise. She's clever, insightful. It's a short little video, but she talks about what does it really mean to be childish? Maybe we all need to be a little bit more childish. And how do we free up our sense of being unlimited, unlimited possibilities? She's just a joy to listen to, and it does make you think about how we adults can do more to learn from our youth. So please plan to join us for that, and there'll be others coming up in February. We'll let you know about that. Also, as we get started in the new year here, Tom Baker and I are going to dive into the Enneagram once again, do a little bit deeper look. My experience is that during particularly stressful times, such as a pandemic, that the unhealed parts of our Enneagram type begin to surface a little bit more. So this is a chance for us to understand our type. Those of you not familiar with the Enneagram, it basically is this ancient wisdom that is just so incredibly right on and profound in terms of helping you understand yourself. There are 9 different types, Enneagram types, that help you understand sort of the coping strategies you've adopted in your life, the way of being that you've adopted, and how that can work for you, but how that can also work against you, and how to heal the parts of it that need to be healed. It's just a really fun, fascinating, transformational set of ideas. So I hope you'll join us for that. We're going to teach it on Zoom 7 p.m. Wednesdays for 5 weeks starting on January 20th. And again, we will provide that Zoom link as we get a little closer to that date. Next week and the following week, you'll have an opportunity to connect with our Board of Trustee candidates. We have 4 candidates for 3 open positions: David Bernard, Tony Porton, Donna Shannon, and Valerie Winters. So there are their beautiful faces up there. We're so blessed to have such great candidates for our openings. Next week, after the service on Zoom, you'll have an opportunity to actually meet them and hear from them a little bit, ask them questions one-on-one. And then the following Sunday, again after the service, we'll have our what we call a little bit more formal meet and greet on Zoom. So they will answer questions in an open forum. We'll provide those Zoom links to you in our e-newsletter this week. Of course, we have to do everything a little bit differently this year, but thank goodness we have Zoom so we can really get a chance to get to know these fine and beautiful people and ask them our questions and learn about their vision for our spiritual community. I also want to mention that we have made the decision to be holding all of our January Sunday services indoors now that the temperatures have dropped. So we'll be live stream only until the pandemic improves, until the COVID numbers actually come down, not up, down, until they get better. And so just stay tuned to our e-newsletter and our website and our Facebook page. We'll keep you informed, but we're just going to be live streamed only probably through the month of January. If by some chance we have a heat wave or unseasonably great weather, we will let you know, and we'll try to do another outdoor service. But for now, with temperatures in the 30s and 40s, it's a little better for all of us and the musical instruments and the sound equipment if we're indoors. So please stay with us. Continue to tune in online. Finally, this week our church offices will be closed as we give our staff some downtime to just kind of relax a little bit during the holidays, but you can still call the church. We'll be checking messages, and I'll probably be online as well on my email if you need anything. That's it for our announcements today. I hope you all are doing well out there, that you are healthy, that you are finding joy in this holiday season, however different it may be for you. And just know how much we are all holding you in our hearts and feeling our connection with you, whether you're here or not. With that, I invite you to join us now in our prayer for protection, followed by our peace song together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy.